What's up, everybody? So yesterday we did that fixed corrosion treatment on all those rust spots that are on the Explorer here, and and what I kind of want to do next is I want to tape off this inside edge here, just follow this body line all the way up and then go right about to here and stop it, and just coat this entire thing with POR15 just to make it all match and look the same, plus to protect this just because this rust kind of like is wanting to creep on the inside here. So I figured might as well stop it, just get it fixed, and along the same thing with the other side too, because it has the two little spots that are like in this area here. And like I said, I'm not real concerned about how it looks. I mean, I want this to look nice on the inside, but it doesn't have to be perfect just because it's getting fender flare. So everything on the outside here, you're not going to see. So let's go ahead, get our tape, mask it off, and then we'll go ahead and start doing our POR15. Alright, so now we got it all masked off. Let's go ahead and crack this thing open. I got the screwdriver here. I don't have like a mixing stick of any kind, so we're just going to use this, plus it'll help open it. So, and this stuff is supposedly very messy, so make sure you have like gloves on. So let's go ahead and crack this open. That was really stuck on there. Alright, so let's go ahead and stir it up. So there it is, let's go ahead and start applying it. now you guys can see here we got our first coat down. It looks really good. This stuff's pretty cool. It's like self-leveling too, because there's no brush strokes or anything left behind. But you can see that's where the rust was. We still got to do one more coat, so I'll go ahead, do the second coat, and I probably won't film it just because you guys just saw me do the first coat, and I don't know, it'll just be quicker for me to do that without filming it. So I'll bring you guys back once it's all done. And another quick tip for you guys, if you guys are planning on doing this yourself, any kind of POR15 stuff, make sure you mask up your floors, especially if you have a nicer floor than what I have here. The stuff tends to drip, so it's very, very thin. So yeah, just a quick tip for you guys, make sure you guys mask up your floors so you don't get any POR15 everywhere. And you guys can see here, here's this side, show you underneath here on the rocker panels and stuff. Hopefully you guys can see that. But yeah, so far the stuff seems to be looking pretty awesome. And I'll bring you guys back after I get the second coat down. Alright, so now we got our second coat on, and I gotta say, this stuff is awesome. I just like the way it looks as far as like how it self-levels out and everything. I'll be curious to see how well this stuff performs, whether or not it rusts again. It claims that it's supposed to not ever rust again, but we'll see what happens. Everything looks to be coated. I got 2 coats on it, like I said. I ended up doing some down there, and I went around the whole arch and everything just to make sure that was all prevented from ever happening again. Now that we have that done, we got to clean up this stuff. This stuff is kind of expensive. It's like 50 bucks or something like that a can. So I'm going to go ahead and take some acetone or some lacquer thinner. I guess this is lacquer thinner in this can or squirt bottle. Clean up this edge. That way we can put the lid back on it so it doesn't like seal tight and never be able to open up again, because as you guys already saw, that lid sucked to open to begin with. So once I have that all done, then we'll go ahead, and the last step I have to do is hit this with some self-etch primer, just because I don't want to leave that as bare steel. Same thing with back here. There's just that one little spot there that just needs to be touched up. So we'll go ahead, put this away, and then mask off pieces of the car. That way I can go ahead and put some self-etch primer down. So I went ahead, I masked this area off, got this can of self-etching primer, and it's just to help keep this, like, well, I guess this fender's already in self-etch primer, but since we wore it away, I'm gonna go ahead and spray some of this on top of it just to keep it from ever wanting to corrode or rust. Same thing with just a tiny little spot in the back there. And all you have to do is just basically just a light dusting coat, just enough to get the get coverage. So that's it for that spot. Let's go ahead and do the back. That's it. So now we got our self-etch primer down, and that's completely protecting this bare steel. So we'll let that set up, and our POR15 is completely done too. We have our 2 coats down, so that stuff should all be good. And I really like the way this stuff works so far. It's very easy to apply. Yes, it is very messy, but it's very easy to apply. I'm curious to see how well it works. But like I said before, it's very nice as far as like how well it self-levels and everything. So we're gonna let that set up and cure, because I think the can says it takes like anywhere between 2 to 6 hours to fully set up. But I'm gonna let it set up for a full 24 hours just because I want to do more stuff to it. I want to take it to the next level, make it more protected, make sure everything is good before we do any kind of off-roading with it. So the next step that we want to do, or that I want to do, is I ended up picking up this truck bed coating and this undercoating. Now the truck bed coating I'm going to use on the rocker panels just to make sure that they are completely covered, no rocks, and nothing's going to chip it away or ruin it any kind of way to cause any kind of rust. Plus it helps give it a more uniform finish, make it look more clean. And then the undercoating I want to use on the wheel wells just to help protect them a little bit further, and possibly use it on the frame just to make it, clean it up, because it is kind of gross seeing underneath there, seeing that rusty looking frame. Now I know we got some of that overspray and stuff when we were doing that fix corrosion protector stuff, or corrosion rust converter, and that got on some of the frame there, and I can see where it's starting to change color, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, we're still going to go ahead and do some undercoating on this just to protect it. But yeah, so stay tuned for that. I'll be back tomorrow to do more stuff to this, so look forward to that. But otherwise, if you guys like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you guys are liking the daily videos so far, let me know in the comments. But otherwise, I'll see you guys tomorrow.